The Philadelphia Eagles have been making waves throughout this entire offseason, and with training camp just around the corner, it's clear that this team has one goal in mind: getting back to the Super Bowl and finishing the job this time. From the front office down to the last man on the roster, there's an energy in the air, a sense of unfinished business that has been fueling every rep, every drill, and every meeting in Philadelphia over the past few months. This is not a group resting on last season's accomplishments. No, these Eagles are locked in, hungry, and ready to prove that last year was just the beginning. And while the big names like Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Carter, and Zach Bond continue to grab headlines, there's a whole group of players, some rookies, some second-year guys, and even a few veterans who have been turning heads during OTA letters and minicamp. These are the players flying under the radar, the ones making strong cases for starting roles or expanded playing time once the regular season kicks off. One of the clearest themes coming out of Philadelphia this offseason is that this roster is deeper and more competitive than it's been in years. The coaching staff, led by head coach Nick Sirianni, has been relentless in setting the tone. Sirianni knows exactly what this team needs right now: focus, discipline, and a drive to outwork every opponent. There's been a lot of talk about avoiding the so-called Super Bowl hangover, and if the early vibes from this offseason are any indication, Sirianni and his staff are doing everything possible to keep that from happening. Just listen to what tight end Dallas Goedert had to say recently, after conversations with legendary players like Peyton Manning, and hearing stories about how sustained success is built over multiple seasons. Goedert made it clear, this team knows how hard the road back to the Super Bowl will be. It's going to be tougher than last year, with every opponent treating the Eagles like the team to beat. But the mindset in the locker room is all about embracing that challenge. Nobody here expects anything to be handed to them. The leadership from guys like Hurts and Barkley, mixed with the competitive fire coming from the younger players, has created the perfect storm for a hungry football team. And speaking of Sirianni's leadership, you can't ignore the little things he's been doing to build chemistry and maintain that winning culture. Whether it's team bonding events like their recent basketball outing or the constant emphasis on accountability during practice, Sirianni's fingerprints are all over this offseason. He's been preaching the importance of handling success the right way. Last year, the focus was on handling adversity. Now, it's about staying humble, staying hungry, and treating praise like perfume, something you can smell but never drink, because if you do, it'll poison you. That kind of message is exactly what this team needs as it heads into one of the most anticipated seasons in recent memory. On the roster side of things, one of the most important moves the Eagles made was restructuring Dallas Goedert's contract to keep him in Philadelphia for at least one more year throughout OTA letters and minicamp. Goedert has reminded everyone why he's such a critical part of both the passing and running game. His connection with Jalen Hurts looks as sharp as ever, and in the limited sessions where media were present, Goedert was consistently one of the top performers, hauling in multiple catches and showing that he's ready for another big year. But Goedert is far from the only standout this offseason. In fact, when asked about who's caught his eye the most, Goedert didn't hesitate to bring up rookie defensive tackle Ty Robinson from Nebraska. Robinson has been making noise on the practice field, showing off the athleticism and power that got him drafted in the first place. And when you pair that with what Jalen Carter had to say about Robinson, basically praising his movement, size, and work ethic, it's easy to see why the coaching staff is excited about what he could bring to the defensive line rotation. Physically, Robinson is a freak of nature, standing at 6'5" and weighing over 300 pounds. He ran the fastest 40-yard dash among all defensive tackles at this year's combine. His relative athletic score is nearly perfect, ranking him among the top defensive tackles of the past few decades. Combine that with strong college production both as a pass rusher and a run stopper, and there's real potential for him to contribute right away in his rookie year. And Robinson isn't alone. Moro Ojomo, now entering his third season, looks poised for a breakout, with Milton Williams departing for New England in free agency. There's a significant opportunity for Ojomo to step into a larger role along the defensive front. His advanced pass rushing metrics from last season, highlighted by one of the best win rates among interior defensive linemen, suggest that with more snaps, he could become a key contributor. During OTA letters, Ojomo was getting a noticeable number of first-team reps, a clear sign that the coaching staff is seriously evaluating him for a bigger role. The combination of Robinson, Ojomo, and of course, Jalen Carter leading the charge gives the Eagles one of the most intriguing young defensive line groups in the league. And the excitement doesn't stop there. Jix Hunt, another young defensive lineman, has been earning praise for his offseason work and looks ready to take on a much bigger role in 2025. The same can be said for edge rushers like Azeez Ojulari and Josh Uch. Both have spent significant time working with the first-team defense during spring practices. Lane Johnson even mentioned Uch as one of the players who stood out most during these early sessions, with so much young talent developing along the defensive front. And with the presence of a star like Yalen Carter drawing double teams, it's setting up to be a huge year for multiple players on this unit. Carter's ability to command attention will create one-on-one opportunities for everyone else, and it's up to guys like Robinson, Oyomo, Hunt, Ojulari, and Uch to capitalize. Switching over to the linebacker position, there's another surprising name emerging as a possible Day 1 starter, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. With Nakobe Dean and Jair Brown both sidelined by injuries for much of the spring, Trotter has been taking the majority of first-team reps at linebacker, and by all accounts, he's been making the most of this opportunity. Even veteran linebacker Zach Bond had high praise for Trotter, calling him smart, dedicated, and instinctive. Trotter's football IQ and feel for the game were never in question, but now, with a full offseason under his belt and more time spent learning the Eagles' defensive system, it's becoming clear that he's ready to take the next step. His understanding of run fits, his awareness in coverage, and his overall leadership on the field have all shown growth. If Dean or Brown are slow to return from injury, Trotter could easily find himself starting in Week 1. And Trotter is not the only linebacker making waves. Rookie Smile Mondon Jr., coming out of Georgia, has been a pleasant surprise during OTA letters and minicamp. Known for his athleticism and range in college, Mondon has been getting significant reps, including time with the first-team defense. Reports out of Philadelphia suggest that his quickness, length, and change-up direction skills are making him a valuable asset, particularly in pass coverage. Some are even comparing Mondon to former Eagles linebacker and special teams ace Oren Burks, noting the similarities in size, speed, and playing style. While Mondon will almost certainly have a key role on special teams this season, don't be surprised if the coaching staff finds ways to get him on the field in certain defensive packages as well, especially on passing downs where his athleticism can shine. And it's not just the defense showing promise on the offensive line. Several rookies have also been making strong impressions. Myles Hinton, Cameron Williams, and Drew Kendall have all been singled out for their effort and coachability. Jordan Mailata, one of the leaders on this unit, had nothing but praise for the rookies. He talked about how all three are working hard, responding well to coaching, and showing improvement day by day. Mailata even joked that he welcomes the competition, telling the young linemen that if they want his job, they'll have to earn it, but that he's going to make it as tough as possible for them. He mentioned that both Hinton and Williams have been pushing him in practice, showing great physical effort and the willingness to correct mistakes quickly. Even Kendall, despite playing on the interior, has caught Mailata's eye with his technique and consistency during drills. Given how highly respected offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland is, the fact that these rookies are making positive impressions this early is a great sign for their future development. Nobody expects them to see major snaps right away, especially with the depth the Eagles already have along the line. But their progress this offseason has been encouraging. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A surprising new rumor has begun swirling around the Philadelphia Eagles rookie class, with whispers indicating that cornerback Mac McWilliams might already be having second thoughts about his decision to join the team. Sources close to the situation, who wish to remain anonymous, have reportedly heard McWilliams express deep regret, with one quote allegedly being, "My worst choice." While such a sentiment seems highly unusual for a player just beginning his NFL journey, especially one drafted by a competitive team like the Eagles, the murmurs are persistent. McWilliams, a fifth-round pick in the most recent NFL draft, has been a topic of discussion since his arrival, primarily concerning his size and projected role within the Eagles' revamped secondary. Publicly, McWilliams has maintained a positive and determined stance, often speaking about his eagerness to contribute and learn from veteran players. He has consistently projected confidence despite being considered undersized by some analysts. However, these new whispers paint a different picture. suggesting a potential disillusionment behind the scenes. Could the intense pressure of transitioning to the professional level, coupled with the high expectations in Philadelphia, be taking an unforeseen toll? Or perhaps, could there be an undisclosed issue or situation that has led to such a stark declaration of regret? At this point, it remains purely a rumor, a low hum of discontent that has yet to be substantiated. The Eagles organization has not commented on the matter, and McWilliams himself has not publicly voiced any frustration yet. The possibility of a rookie already questioning his commitment to the team is a development that bears watching. If true, it could signal deeper issues for both the player and the team as they navigate the crucial early stages of the season. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.